Hello and welcome. I'm Debbie on behalf of Crafting News, and I am so excited about some new product that I've got for my sewing room. In fact, it's not just for my sewing room, it's for my whole house because it's made such a difference, and I just want to introduce you to the Oliso Pro Smart Iron. I first came familiar with this iron when I went on a sewing retreat. I went to a sewing holiday a couple of years back, and Oliso provided all of the irons for the event. And I was just blown away by how much better it was than the current iron I'd been using. Now the one I was using was oh, I've given the game away there with it already. The one I was using, it was okay, but as soon as I came across, I think, what you'd probably call a professional iron for somebody who sews and quilts a lot, I was blown away by the features of this iron, and I wanted it for myself. So it comes in a variety of different colours. Yellow is the one you probably see most often, but I have got this gorgeous limited edition pink one. Now, not everybody likes pink, but there's other colours you can choose from, but I really love this one. So let's have a look at some of the features. First, I've got it turned on, maybe I shouldn't. On the back here, you can see it has a really good swivel on the cord, and it has such a long cord. Let me see how long it is. I'm not sure, it must be, it looks at least 12, maybe even 15 feet long of cord. So you can iron plenty of distance away from your socket. It's got all the usual features that you would expect on an iron. So up at the front, obviously you have off, and you can twist it for all of the different heat settings and different fabrics that you're sewing or ironing. Here it's got steam off, or 1, 2 and 3 different levels of steam. It also has a shot of steam button for when you want that little bit extra, and you can use it to vertical steam as well if you want to. On the side here, this is the squirty, oh, there it goes again. This is the little squirty thing, so if you want a stream of water at the front, you can get that too. On the side here, I really love this spout. You kind of open it out like that, and you don't have to lift the iron up or put it on its back to fill. This comes out, and it's so easy to fill. Comes with a little cup, of course. And you know, you don't have to try and get your cup right down in here because it's got this lovely spout, so you can just pour your water there, do it, and so it's really easy to fill. So I like that about it. Now on the back, if we take a look, you may wonder what's all this up and down and this kind of little whirring motion about. So if we take a look here, it's got an iTouch feature, and you can have that on or off. And iTouch is really what blew me away about this iron the most, because I have a nasty habit. I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm sure I can't be the only one, but I have a habit of, when I've got my mind really concentrating on my sewing, I'll do a bit of ironing, and then I'll go back to the sewing machine, and a couple of minutes later I can smell something burning, and it's because I've left my iron down flat. I just got into a bad habit, I suppose. I iron, I put it to one side, I go back to sew, and then my ironing board is covered in all these kind of scorch marks, which is not very attractive, and obviously damages the surface, and also damages my iron too. So when I came across the features of this one on that sewing holiday, I knew immediately it was what I needed to have. So if we take a look at the bottom, this is the iTouch feature. Can you see it coming in and out just here? It has 2 stands. At the back here, a larger one, and a smaller one at the front. We'll see if I can angle it a little bit better towards the light. There we go. So as I put my hand on it, I'll show you from the other side in a moment. You can see the little stands coming up and down. There it goes, ready for ironing mode, and there it comes, ready to stand. So when I put it down flat and let go, it lifts itself up off the surface. So even if I leave the iron like that, then I've got no trouble with it scorching or setting my ironing board on fire, because automatically, as soon as I let it go, it lifts up. And it has this iTouch technology just here. So when I put my hand on, it knows I want to use it. The stands withdraw. See, they've gone, and then I've just got my ironing surface. And then when I take my hand off, it immediately recognises I've finished, and it lifts the iron up off the surface. So it has, I think that's the best feature of the iron, but obviously all the rest is great too. So now, obviously the true test of an iron is to see how well it's going to actually press some cloth. So I've got a little fat quarter here, and I like to buy small pieces of fabric, and in fact I like to buy yardage too. But what annoys me about it is the creases. You know, it comes, especially when you buy yardage and things, where it's folded in half on the bolt, you have a crease down the centre, and I don't always want to wash my quilting cottons. I just want to use them as they are, but sometimes no matter how hard I would press and iron and steam with my old iron, these creases, especially down the centre of the fabric, wouldn't come out. So I'm going to give this a good test. I won't be able to use it here because it's going to get really hot, and I've only just got a towel over my table. But as you can see, I can leave the iron there and it's no problem. It's not going to scorch. So I'm going to take it over to my ironing board, give this a once over, and I will report back. Well, I didn't need to be gone very long. It was actually better even than I remembered, which is always very nice. So this is this same fat quarter, and it took all of those creases out perfectly. You can't see any of the lines where it was folded. So that's really pleasing, because now, you know, if I get some yardage that has that line down the middle, I know that I don't have to worry about cutting round it. I can iron it flat and it's all going to look nice. Even on the bottom edges here, where it was all a little bit kind of pleated and it had little marks in like that, all of those just came straight out as well. So it's done a really beautiful job. It got lovely and hot very, very quickly. There was lots of steam. I didn't have to use the burst of steam, but I could have done if I wanted to, but actually I didn't need to. It was absolutely fine as it was. So now it's still very hot, but I've brought it back over to my table here, and because it's on the stand, this is no problem at all. It's slightly warm, but not any kind of problem at all. So I can actually bring this back and put it on my table here for you to see now. So once again, this is the Oliso Pro. It's a beautiful iron. This one comes in the limited edition pink, but you can get it in other colours, including a really nice yellow as well. And if you are in the market for thinking about getting a new iron for your sewing or quilting, or even just for your ironing your shirts and things, it's going to cut your ironing time, certainly. And you won't have any problems with burning if the phone rings, because now, you know, you can put it down and it'll bring it straight back up off your surface and keep your iron and your ironing board safe. So I recommend the Oliso Pro with the iTouch technology, and even the pink one. Thanks very much for watching.